Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cabral Concept. These are our Cabral HouseCalls every single weekend answering our community's questions. Little public service announcement before we get started. As we were transferring StephenCabral.com over to a new server, we unfortunately missed and lost Ask Cabral questions submitted between 7/20, which is July 20th, to August 1st. There was about an 11-day period of time that if your question was not answered, or I will let you know exactly where we're picking off here today, please do resubmit your question. Really, really important. We are picking up here on, let's see, just the last ones on 7/20. So that's exactly where we're at right now. And what I would say is this: if your question is not answered today and you submitted yours before 7/20, then resubmit it at StephenCabral.com/AskCabral. I want to make sure we don't miss it. However, if you submitted your question in August, there's no need to resubmit it. Please don't resubmit it, because we will have hundreds of more questions in and there'll be duplicates. My team will do our best to kind of remove the duplicates, but just listen in for the next, we'll put it this way, 2-3 weeks. And if your question wasn't already answered, please then resubmit it. I'll give you the dates as to what we are answering on the show. All right, appreciate all of your support of the show. Let's dive right in. First question today is from Bettina. And Bettina says, "Hi, Dr. Cabral. I live in Denmark, and unfortunately, I'm not able to purchase the Chi Vitalizer Machine Original. I'm therefore looking for a great alternative. Are you familiar with the Sun and Con Chi Machine Original, developed by Dr. Shizu in Japan? It has a fixed speed of 140 swings per minute, and it features a durable AC motor. What do you think to consider when choosing a Chi machine? Thanks for all you do." Okay, so first, for people who aren't familiar with the Chi machine, I probably recommended that product like, that's so funny. I started the show in 2016. It's 9 years later or so. It's been at least 7 years since I recommended that. However, having said that, I have it in Maine. I've got a PMF mat on the ground and a red light for the face. It's amazing. That's kind of like my setup in Maine, and it's great. My wife uses it, I use it, and even my daughter sometimes use it. But all you do is you put your legs, so basically right above your ankles, in this machine, and it just moves your legs left and right. If you're watching this on video, you see me kind of swinging my legs, and it is about 2 swings per second. So that's a pretty good speed. So I don't know the machine that you're referring to. The one that I'm referring to is at StephenCabral.com/podcast. It's great for parasympathetic nervous system induction. It's great for the lymphatic system. Good for people with like vein-based issues where you're trying to get the blood to flow back downhill towards your kidneys and heart. So yeah, machine's probably great. I have no idea, but always, like, I look at it like this: everything we do at Equalife comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee. Look for products that have a money-back guarantee. If it doesn't work for you, doesn't do what it's supposed to, return it and just be like, take an honest, like, if it worked, you keep it. You don't ask for a refund, right? But if it didn't work, then you ask for a refund. That's kind of how I look at life in general. All right, Anne's up. "Hi, Dr. Well, if no one has told you today, you are very much appreciated." Oh, thank you, Anne. I appreciate that. No one's told me that today, so I appreciate that. All right, Anne says, "I sometimes struggle with getting my sauna sessions in the summer months. If I go for a run and come back super sweaty, staying in zone 2 to 3 cardio range for 30 to 45 minutes. Is that the same effects as my infrared sauna? Hoping to be able to count it as a session. Thank you in advance." Okay, so the good news is, yes, to a degree, if it's aerobic-based cardio. No, it doesn't give you the same exact effects as infrared sauna. All right, so let's break it down. The sweat is detoxifying. So yes, that does work. Sweating is a form of detoxification. That would happen in not an infrared sauna, but like a Finnish sauna, a dry sauna, and that's great. But it's basically asking, like, are you really in the parasympathetic? Maybe, maybe not. So are you detoxing as well? Maybe, maybe not. But you're getting a lot of the effects, no doubt about it. So that's that. And then infrared sauna, what you're getting is actually the penetrating rays. They penetrate the body anywhere from 1 millimeter to about 5 millimeters based on whether it's far, that's 5, right? Or sometimes a little bit more. Mid, that's about 3 millimeters. And then near infrared, which is about 1 millimeter or maybe 2. So it's very small penetration under the skin. Far infrared, deeper reaching, some machines do? All, near, far, and mid. So those are deeper penetrating in the body. You're going to get more heavy metal detoxification from a infrared sauna, but it doesn't mean that sweating is not sweating. And so what I would say is you're probably doing great. I wouldn't change too much. All right, Spencer's up next. Spencer says, hello, Dr. Cabral. I'm currently overwhelmed by my situation. I've run the big five as well as some GI testing, and I found that I've got dysbiosis, SIBO, chronic stress, mycotoxins from mold exposure at work, and trauma. Not sure what happened to me at a young age, but my mom told me I stopped eating fruits and veggies at a young age, and I never tried eating them until recently at 34 years old. I'm suffering every symptom in the book. I tried the CBO 2 years ago without any success because the stress I was under was too much. I've begun working on my nervous system and I've started IHP level 1. I feel like it's just so many things that are stacked against me, especially the mental spiritual side, which I feel is holding me back from everything I do. And I don't know what to do. I'm down to a few foods. Okay. I mean, I was there. I totally get it. And I wasn't there for a year. I was there for like the first 27 years of my life. So like, I get it. I did start to get better between age 20 and 27. It didn't happen like in an instant, but it was a huge tipping point when obviously I met my mentor at 27. And that's when everything clicked. And that is when everything started to get better in those 6 months. So I give her the credit. But I mean, like I learned things from reading thousands of books along the way and meeting with probably close, who keeps track, right? When you're close to 100 different practitioners. I met over 24 different conventional medicine doctors and specialists that were happy to give me pharmaceuticals, but no underlying root cause treatment. And then I met, dozens upon dozens of natural health practitioners over the other 19 years old to 27. So what's that, 9 years or 8 years or so? Yeah. So, let's say I went to I went to so many. Honestly, I went to so many. But that was back in the day. Spencer, I love that you started IHP 1. It does not sound like you've read The Rain Barrel Effect. The Rain Barrel Effect is the book. Literally, it's on I didn't know I was going to see this question. It's this book, The Rain Barrel Effect, if you're watching this on video. The book is free. Please read the book. StephenCabral.com/free book. You just pay shipping. I pay to print the book. It literally cost me like $7.30 to print the book. It's about the same to ship it. And so that's where you need to start. It's the de-stress protocol. It's not one thing. CBO protocol is amazing. It's worked for probably close to 100,000 people around the world. 5,000 plus practitioners use it in their practice. But it is the diet, exercise, stress reduction, toxin removal, rest, emotional balance, scientifically backed supplements, and success mindset. This will work with you on the mindset part of it as well. Please read that book, then write back in with any questions. And I'm really happy to see that you're a part of IHP as well. All right, Spencer's got another question. Follow up. The mold rabbit hole is growing every week, and it seems like it can cause every single symptom down to the nervous system dysregulation and SIBO and chronic stress and everything. And if I can't get out of the environment, it seems insurmountable. I also know, even though I don't know how much of it is an issue, it's causing my issues because I have so many. It could just be overflowing the rain barrel. Oh, maybe you read the rain barrel. I'm a boxing trainer and I have to train clients all day and I have no energy left in the tank. I began IHP to work my way out of this current career, but need some help in the interim. My body's so taxed, I can't work out, sauna, or really do anything at this point. Spencer, again, same place you were. Instead of a boxing personal trainer, although I did teach martial arts, I was a personal trainer and nutritionist, strength and conditioning specialist. I had to show clients how to lift weights, how to, go through certain martial arts based techniques. Although I didn't teach, that much. I probably did 3 hours a week of martial arts. So I don't want to make it seem like I was, doing a lot of martial arts training. But my full-time job was a strength and conditioning specialist. I did body transformation, personal training, nutrition, etc. And I did that in my late teens and early 20s. And that was at my worst. My feet would kill me. I was so exhausted all day. I get it. I totally understand. The rain barrel effect. It's the rain barrel effect. It's not one thing. It's not mold. Mold's part of it. But if your body's strong enough, people are exposed to mold all the time. 51% of all homes have mold. If your immune system is strong enough, you will continue to fight off and detox that mold as long as you get the right nutrients in, which for you, you get to fill it. What do we do in IHP? Two main things. This is how we help people heal. Find out what your deficiencies are and replace those first. It makes life easier because it's going to give you a little boost in energy. Then we start to remove the toxicities. We work the protocol roadmap. I think it's episode 2988. I never look up the episodes because it takes time away from the show, but we need to look it up for Spencer. Spencer needs our help. That's what we need to do. Let's check it out. Is it 2988? There you go. StephenCabral.com/2988. Spencer, check that out. That is the protocol roadmap. Everybody should check it out if you're able to. But it literally walks you through the protocols as to how to heal. All right. One more question for the day. It's from Ellen. Ellen says, I'm a 65-year-old female. I had an iron panel test done. My ferritin is 74, which is in the normal range, but my serum iron is low at 34, when the normal range is 50 to 212. My saturation is 13 when the normal range is 20 to 50. I see what's going on, Ellen. All right, the total iron binding capacity is 270, which seems to be in the normal range. Not sure what this means. I have low hemoglobin 11.3. Yeah, exactly. And borderline 34. Okay, you take an iron supplement, but wonder if you're just not absorbing it. All right, I'm happy to help with this. High platelet count. Wow, all the things. Yes, so I should do a show on this. I need to do a show on this. Thank you, Ellen, for bringing this up. You can have low iron even when you have low ferritin, and I don't talk about this a lot. I need to talk about this on a show. All right, next couple of weeks, we're going to do a whole show on why you can still have low iron even when you show normal ferritin, because ferritin is not just a marker for iron, stored iron. It's a marker for inflammation as well. So if all of your levels are basically low and you have low hemoglobin, which basically show low oxygenation, you most likely, again, no medical diagnosis, no medical treatment plan, no medical cures, no medical advice. But if this was my wife and those labs came back, I'd be giving her the cofactors along with iron. So I'd be using daily nutritional support, 1 serving a day, vitamin D3, about 4,000 IUs for most adults, which is 100 micrograms. I would be using balanced zinc, or if I ran an HTMA and someone had higher copper, I'd be using regular zinc. I'd be using full spectrum magnesium at dinner. And then I would use an iron supplement with vitamin C for absorption. And I would take that away from any high calcium based meals, maybe upon waking with the vitamin C. So look for good quality iron, probably around 50 milligrams. And then we should probably get another iron supplement too. We don't have a straight iron supplement. I'll look into that. But again, you'll find a good iron supplement. And then you want to take about 500 milligrams of vitamin C with it. All right. Again, but that's not medical advice. It's not even any recommendation I would make. It's simply, that's what I would do for my wife if she came in with these same labs. All right, everybody, thanks so much for tuning into the Cabral Concepts, our weekend Cabral House Calls. I'll be back tomorrow answering more of our community questions. Take care. Thanks so much for tuning into today's show. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I want to make sure that you're getting our daily content, not missing out on anything functional medicine, wellness, weight gain, weight loss, anti-aging, living longer, stronger, and all of the most cutting-edge research. And if there's any topics you want to hear, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Take care.